Hello, everybody, and welcome to Barbie Dolls of the Week. This week, it's going to be week 3 of the Fashionista review. And I've got some new dolls, or at least new to me. And yes, I do finally have some of the new Ken dolls with the new bodies. So we're going to talk about that. But first, I want to show you a few of the new Barbie or female dolls that I got from the Fashionista line. Now, if you are looking for any, notice that at Walmart and Toys R Us, I don't know about Toys R Us, but definitely Walmart, there's definitely some that are on sale for $5 or things like that. So I got this one today at Walmart for $5. Now this is one that's been out for a while. I think I actually had this one and then I sold her, and now I've decided I wanted her back because, as you know, if you've been watching a long period of time, I'm less into the blonde dolls and more into ethnic dolls and dark-haired dolls or things like that. So I think this is a really pretty one. Probably the thing I like least is her arms being in that position all the time. Of course, they can move up and down, and they can, do things like that. And also one thing I don't care for is on several of the dolls is the hands are really big and open, so it's harder to get them in certain outfits if you try. I do like this dress. It's not, excellent, but I like it. I like the colors, look really good on her. I think she's got a really good face. The earrings I'm not so sure about. They're just okay. A lot of the earrings look so fake, so plastic. They are plastic, but they don't have to look plastic. But anyway, here she is. Lots of nice hair. This lost one, she fell. I'll get her. But anyway, I like this one, so I picked her up. And also the one that fell is another one that was on sale for $5. I just noticed she has some purple in her hair. I guess I hadn't noticed that before. I've seen her at the store a lot at different stores, but by the way, their arms do go out like this, so they do have a little more flexibility than I originally thought, in that they can go outward, not just up and down, which of course they can go up and down. And as you guys are well aware, they do not have bendable knees, which is my biggest pet peeve with them. So anyway, but this is another one who I liked a lot, and another African American doll in the series. What do you guys think of the hands? I think the hands are a little bit big, and the fact that I like the fingers being separated, but the hands are kind of like this. I wish they were a little flatter, I guess. So, but she's a really pretty one, and I got to work on the hair a little bit, maybe see what I can do with it. But okay, that's her. And then these two I ordered from the the newer series. And I really liked this one, Emerald Check. I just think she's really pretty. I think she's probably my favorite of the female ones in this series. So I definitely wanted to get her once I saw her in person one time recently. So she was, she lost a shoe. It must be in the box. I'll have to look for it. I like the shoes, by the way. They usually stay on a lot better than old shoes tend to. But as we see, if you put enough dolls in a box, like I did to get them up here, one can fall off. So I'm sure it's in that box. I'll have to look though. But if you look at her face and her hair, I think to me that's the strongest parts for her. Of course, I love a good updo, and I like how they did her hair. Her earrings are nice. They're a little more realistic looking. This fabric that they use on these clothes, I mean, this one is just okay. It would have been better. I don't know why they don't cinch things more. It would look so much better on the doll. And maybe just put a little belt if you can't. But when you compare it, again, I hate to keep bringing up the pretty and plaid, but when you compare this to this, that's why it just looks better, I think. I definitely like this a lot better. This is not a real belt, by the way. It doesn't go all the way around, but it cinches her waist, and this one does not, and it would help a lot. So I just want Mattel to go back to doing stuff like that. So, but yeah, she's very pretty. She reminds me of a Hispanic doll. I don't know. They don't say anymore, but and then there's this one who is a tall. These were all, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to say this dark skinned one is a petite. And you can see, by the way, the size difference between the petite and the small is a decent amount, especially if you took that hair away from all that on her head. This one is, as I said, a tall. I've been really looking at the faces of these dolls when I get them in the store, or, you know, if I've got two, then I'll compare them. Meaning looking at two in each in a box to see which one is better. Again, I love these new shoes. They're really easy to get on and off. I will say I wish they were not specific to, like, you can only put certain ones on tall dolls, and you can only put certain ones on, I think the tall and the curvy can wear the same shoes, the petite and the regular can wear the same, but not the same altogether. And I guess I wish they were, but you can't have everything. What do you guys think of this outfit, by the way? I'm not sure I love these two pieces together. I like the top. I would have liked it better with some other bottom. So I'm not really crazy about the shorts with that top, but she's really a pretty doll. I think she has a really unique face, and her hair's pretty nice. To do a little brushing on that, but that's another thing is I chose this one over another one to get and open because her hair looked a lot better. The other one, it was really wild looking. So okay, so that's that one, and now we move on to the men in the series, and of course you've got the regular Ken. Oh, before I forget, I wanted to mention I'm now on Instagram, so those of you on Instagram, follow me, Barbie Dolls of the Week, still the same name. On Instagram, I post just about every day, try to, and I've been doing pretty good on that. So follow me on Instagram if you would like, and I'd love to see you there. Also, by the way, I just want to say I've had several people contact me in the last week or two, their viewers, and touch base either on Facebook or Instagram, and I really love hearing from you guys, and thank you so much for watching in general. So this is the Ken in the series. This is from, of course, the latest series of Fashionistas 2017. And here are his shoes, by the way. I really like these shoes. I would have liked them even a little better if the laces were a different color, or just don't put the laces on, but I like them. And they seem like they would stay on pretty good. He's got big feet, by the way. He has a watch, which I thought was interesting. And I like this outfit. His hair is a lot lighter than the last Ken that I showed you guys a week ago. The Ken looks similar, but just the hair is so much lighter. And here's his face. I think it looks pretty good. I love his hair. For molded hair, I love this, the molding they're doing at this point. It's just so detailed and so much more, you know, like you can see all these strands, so it just looks more realistic to me. I love this blue check shirt, and it just looks good all together. So that's the Ken, and of course he's a regular body, so you see that, and we'll come back and look at him in a minute. Okay, now let's look at the other regular body I have in here, which is this cornrow haired Ken. I think he looks really nice. I think he's got a great face. Here's a look at the cornrows, and goes all the way around, of course. I'm glad they didn't skimp on that. And you know, all these dolls have the I'll just go ahead and take this off, I guess. All these dolls have the Velcro in the back, so the shirts are very easily removed. And that's even better if you're a stripper, by the way. Although in the back it might be hard to get off, but once you got there, it's a little easy. So here's a look, by the way, at his body with the shirt off. So you can see he's pretty much normal size. Now I do love the definition in the arms compared to older Kens. They look so much more realistic. The arms do, I mean. And so yeah, here's his shoes, by the way. Very kind of space age. Don't love these. They're just okay, in my opinion. And there's very, you know, a lot of little pokey things here. And of course even on the back, as you see. Yeah, I'm assuming the shoes are interchangeable, but I'm not positive. You know, depending whether they're petite or the men are called slim. I keep calling them petite like the ladies, but anyway, this is the Cornrow Kens. I just found these today, by the way, except for this one, who I found yesterday when I was up in South Bend, Indiana. This is, of course, the tank top can, the slim one. The only problem I'm having with this one is his glasses. I'm not sure what the best way is for them to stay on, because this side was unhooked from this plastic when there's a little plastic all the way around that, I don't know if people are, if you have this doll, how are you doing that? Are you keeping the plastic on? I mean, what I've been doing is putting the glasses up on his head from time to time, like that. But he has a really nice face. I don't know if you can see it, but he does have freckles under his eyes. They're really light on this one. I just noticed how light they are. So they're barely visible even to me. Some of the ones I've seen, they're much more visible, at least on the videos I've seen. Here's his pants. They're kind of like stone washed or acid washed or something. And of course this shirt. Now he is very slim. That's a good word. It really does describe him. And as far as the height difference, here's the height difference between these two dolls. So you can put them back to back and see there is a decent difference. I'd say almost an inch or about an inch, something like that. It's just really noticeable. And it's just like kind of like his little brother, it seems like. By the way, I tried this shirt on regular Ken, not this one because I didn't have it at the time, but the other Ken I have from this series, and it fits him. It's a little snug, but it fits, looks good actually. And of course he can wear any regular Ken clothes. They're a little big on him, but it's not that big of a deal. And then the broad one, I don't think, of course, he would be able to wear that. Okay, speaking of broad, let's talk about this guy, the one that everybody seems to be looking for that I finally found today. By the way, their heads have a lot of movement that maybe some of the previous ones didn't. That's what I'm hearing. But I do like that they can move their heads quite a bit. So their head is about the most articulated thing on them. The arms, as with the ladies, do go out, so he's like, whoa, man. And the famous man bun. I saw 3 of these, and I was trying to pick the one that I thought looked the best in the face, and so I picked this one. He is quite a bit bigger. Let's take his shirt off, like we did the other, and just see how big he is. I'm sure, it's kind of hard to get his shirt off this big beefy arm, so it's stuck. There it goes. Okay, I don't want to rip it already the first day. But here's his body, and again, we'll compare it to this normal, so-called normal or average build body. And you can see there is quite a difference, especially if you look at them, this way. Look how different that is. This is a really thick body, and it's a much more realistic body. This guy honestly reminds me of a Hawaiian person or Hawaiian man. Just the look, and I've seen some Hawaiian guys, not that they all have man buns, but I've seen one or two. And it's just mostly his face and his body type. But, it's a lot different. And then when you compare him to the slim guy, whose shirt is still on right now, quite a difference. And again, height-wise, let's see how he compares height-wise with the Ken doll. About the same. I think they're about the same. Maybe Ken's even just a hair taller. Not a bun taller. And then the last one for today is this guy, who just kind of reminds me of a Hispanic Urkel from Family Matters, if you ever watched that TV show. But I don't know what it is, guys. I like this one, but that head, it just seems so big on his shoulders. Now, compare that to this. I think this head seems much more proportional, and these are both slim Kens. So, I don't know why his head seems so big. It's almost like they meant this to be a regular one, and then, oops, at the last minute they decided, let's make him a slim guy. and the head never got shrunk down. But yeah, this head just looks completely out of proportion. Now it does still have this, movement like I was showing you, and the other movement as well. I really like this shirt, and this outfit looks great on him. I just wish the head was in proportion to the body. Does anyone else think that this looks weird? I mean, ever since I first saw it in the store, I thought that. I mean, I love the look of the face, don't get me wrong, but it's just the size of the head that seems odd. But what do you guys think of, in general, of these new Kens? I have to say, I am really impressed with the body type differences that they're doing. First with Barbie and now with Ken. I am so glad they're doing that, because to me that's one more reason to like the Fashionista line. I know there's some issues with them, as I talked about last week. They are not perfect. And a lot of you chimed in on that, and I appreciated it. It was a popular video. Because I think as collectors, one thing we have got to be able to do, whether it's Barbie or other dolls, is recognize that we're not always going to love what everything that Mattel does, or whatever other company is involved, and know that there are things that could be improved sometimes. So, what I try to do is I point out, as I said last week, the good, the bad, and sometimes the ugly. And when I say ugly, I mean in things that they choose, things that they do, not so much the doll. But anyway, finally got the elusive man bun Ken, who is actually a bit of a hunk if you think about it. A hunk with a bit of a dad bod. So nothing wrong with that. And with that, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you click on that little bell down below, you'll be notified when I do new videos, which is usually every Sunday right now. Take care, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.